Hello, welcome to Pirate Readings. I'm Lady J, and if this sign is your sun, moon, or rising, this is your reading. And I really want to thank you all for your likes, shares, and subscribes. You all matter so much to me. Thank you. And if this particular reading resonates with you, I would love for you to consider subscribing to the channel. All right, Taurus. So yeah, we're going to talk about the 26th of October through November 1st. I have those 3 cards in front of me from the overview video, and indeed, I have a guiding card for you. Let's talk about that guiding card. You got the Strength card. The Strength card is always about how we're going beyond our limits. The things we didn't think we could do, we're doing it anyway. Huzzah! I know, it's crazy. Sometimes we hit things in life and we're like, what in the world is this? I always told myself I was never going to do that. And then we find ourselves doing it anyway. And it's kind of cool because we are growing, we're changing, we're meeting our own limits and busting through them. And it's good. I really like that for you. So congratulations, we're moving forward. All right. So Taurus, a couple of messages from my better angels. We are talking about how we need to do whole projects, complete and whole, make manageable projects from start to finish. Don't choose to do big projects in October. I don't know why. I'm just being told, don't do big projects in October that drag on for what, months, right? Nope, short, concise, start to finish projects. There will be lots of pats on the back. There will be gloating. There will be yay, team sort of things going on, and that is a good thing. Now then, the other message I got was that we need to sort of look at situations where we find those people or situations in our life where something bugs us and it makes us crazy, and we kind of let it grow into this ginormous elephant of a project when it's really just a ring on the table that somebody leaves behind with a cup because they're not coaster people. They're not coaster people and they don't think about coasters. So you may want to consider just putting a mat down on that table. Then it never has a problem with the coaster problem. And you don't have to worry about the ring anymore. Because that person's never going to become a coaster person. And if you let that coaster situation, ring problem, fester and become an issue for you, you will never be happy. And I don't want that for you. I don't want that to be the situation. It'll be a growing resentment. So we need to find happy solutions that get us where we need to go. It's like, oh, this is the most beautiful doily I've ever seen, and I'm going to put it right here. And it will always look beautiful because even when it gets a ring on it, it dries and everything is fine. Yay! And the table is safe. That way. Now, the other option, of course, is that if it's super frustrating and super irritating and you can't find a happy solution like that, you'll have to realize that that person is just incapable of doing that and make up a story that makes it make sense in your own head. They never have to hear the story. In fact, never tell them the story that you made up a story about them being, like, having an issue that makes it impossible for them to do that. You know, whether it's your neighbor and their dog doing his business in your yard, you're definitely going to want to make up a story that'll make sense to you about how and why that person can't ever pick that up. So then, you know, you're working on the premise that this is a story you tell yourself that makes it seem okay for you to just go and take care of it. You're doing them a solid and everything is cool, whatever. That way, you don't carry the anger and the rage every single time it happens. And because it happens on a daily, that's a lot of times to have anger and rage pick up. So we want to put that crap to best. Just put it away, okay? So handle that. Now let's go ahead and look at the cards, okay? Let's see what we have here. We have the 3 cards from the overview video. Ta-da! And we're going to get a mystery card right away. Ring. What is going on? I felt it. It's right here. Okay, here we go. There it is. This is the mystery card for you. So, all right, we're going to set these cards aside over here. Put this one right here. And we're going to add some cards from the Tarot of the Abyss. All right, so Taurus, you have had 2 crap weeks, all right? It's been really quite intense, and I get it, and I've put it out there that I'm here for you in every which way I can be to try and help you deal with those emotional things, and just to listen if need be. And I just want to sort of acknowledge those 2 intense weeks and acknowledge that it hasn't been fun. And so we can move forward, right? And let's see what this week brings us, okay? All right. So, where you are, what's blocking what your solution is, all right? It looks like you're finally going to get that check from that person that didn't have the money for you because you did that faith job earlier this month. Yeah. So they're finally going to pay you, and that's cool. You're finally going to get the money that they promised you. You have it in writing, and I'm glad that's coming through. That's good news. There is going to be a lady who wants to control the situation at the moment. She's like, hey, I want to be in charge of some stuff. I want to boss some things around. And this might be a residue from last week where you were put in charge of a bunch of things, but now we have somebody who is going to show up and think that they want to be in charge of some stuff too. You might delegate something to them that's on your plate that you don't want to do. You can totally put them in charge of something you don't want to do. And that would give them what they need to feel a part of. And it'll also give you what you need, which is a break from all that, whatever that was, okay? And indeed, the star card is here, showing me that the hard part is over, okay? All the hard stuff is over. You've accomplished the big stuff. Everything is good. You've done some delegating. I really like that for you. I feel like you did do delegating, not only to the Queen of Swords, but other people. You're like, okay, cool, 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 cool. I'm in charge. Great. You do this, you do this, you do this. Like, why are we doing all this stuff? Because I'm in charge. You put me in charge. And now I'm putting you in charge of other things yourselves. So I'm not doing all of it myself. You didn't say you wanted me to do it all. You said you wanted me to delegate it or be in charge. So here, you're very smart. Well done. 7 of Wands is blocked. So 7 of Wands is always about how using a convincing argument and talking to people one-on-one is the best answer to get people over to your way of thinking. And you're blocked from doing that. You're blocked from talking to people and getting them over to your way of thinking. They're just not going to, they're going to be gruntled, right? There can be a lot of gruntled people who don't understand what you're doing. It's very annoying. Like, come on now. And of course, what do we get? 5 of Swords, showing that you are also blocked from taking your power back in a situation. Because like, so you're going to delegate things to some people and they're going to do it differently than you planned. Oh man, hate when that happens. So, you can't take it back either. Or, yeah, you're blocked from taking it back from somebody that you delegated it to. Super annoying. So you're just going to have to let them finish it out or ruin it on their own. That sucks. Sorry. And things are not going to fall together, but they're not going to fall apart either. So it's not going either way. It's just getting bigger. Like a bigger mess is happening instead of anything being resolved and cleaned up and taken care of. Sorry. Apparently your people aren't very savvy on how to actually handle the project that they're given. Super annoying. So that's, you know, in advance now. Maybe you can delegate things in pairs, like give them a buddy system so that they have checks and balances. Of course, then they'll probably bicker amongst themselves and do nothing. So take a deep breath. Solutions. Let's get into solutions. You have enough money to take care of yourself. That's good news. You may actually have to use some of the money to hire folks to take care of things that these people claim they could have done, but they can't. So be aware of that. You may need to hire some help. Sorry about that. It's just how that came through. Fighting, Knight of Wands, fighting for your ideas, fighting for what you want, needing to get people on board with your plan. Always difficult. It's very difficult to get people on board with what you want to do. You have to sort of work it through and be aware that it's a project, okay? I want you to I think when you pay people to do the job, you can absolutely get it done your way, which is good. And then there's this King of Cups. Yep, it's a King of Cups. This is a gentleman who's going to be emotionally based, who's going to come around and be like, hey, I'm here, and I'm here to support you and stand behind you and make you feel better about what's going on here. I support you completely in hiring help because you need to get it done your way. You need to get it done fairly quickly, and you can get it all taken care of relatively easily when you hire people to do it instead of waiting around for other people to figure out what you want to do, because that's not how it's going. Okay, so these people say they want to do it, but maybe they want to sit around on memory lane, right? That's an issue. So if you have people trying to help you do something that are because they wanted to be in control of a thing, because they wanted to, like, so my vision right now is of somebody's house needing to be dispersed, right? And now you've put somebody in charge of, somebody asked to be in charge of something, and you're like, okay, cool, go do the kitchen stuff. Fine. They go in the kitchen and they start taking everything and like saying, oh, well, so-and-so deserves this, and so-and-so deserves that. And they use the word deserve, and they loaded up their own car with whatever the hell they wanted. And like, wait a minute, right? So you're going to have to put a kibosh on that nonsense, because they're using their ego to do whatever they want to do. And they're not really doing the big stuff. They're only doing the things that they want to do. They're not doing all of it. So you need to really sort of pay attention to the situation. And like I said, it's not going to be easy to pull it back once you've delegated it, but you're going to need to send them out of the room, get in real help, and get things happening, because it needs to happen in a quicker fashion. Because they might also be sitting around crying over a creamer, right? Oh, it's a creamer pitcher, right? Oh, but I remember doing this when I was a child. I was like, okay, you're crying about this thing, and I can't. We don't have time for that. Wrap it up, put it in your car, whatever. But get moving. So be aware of that, and know that it's not a very compassionate situation. It's more of a timed situation, so you need to let people know that because there's time involved, you got to do things quicker, all right? Or hire people to do it for you, okay? This may be your happy solution to the situation where everybody gets to take a break from being super emotional, and that will help a lot, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and put out these beautiful Moon Oracle cards. Let's see what these ones are. Yep. Just this one. All right. It's good to see you, Taurus, not feeling as emotional now. You're stepping back into your worker mind, which is the part of you that's very physical, hands-on, proactive, and you're getting into that, and you're letting that fuel you through this process after the 2 weeks of solid emotions. All right. Serenity. Aha, I love it. So serenity is coming. The calm is coming. You've done all the hard work, right? All the hard work is done. You did the big stuff last week, and now you're getting into the littler stuff. And the littler stuff can be much more painstaking, and it can really mess with your serenity. All of this stuff here, this card doesn't say that you're going to be in serenity. It means that serenity is the goal, in spite of how crazy whatever this is, okay? So be aware that your serenity will be shaken. It will be a challenge. This is a challenge as much as anything. You will be needing to look for serenity in the mix, okay? Do what you can, and remember that all those people are feeling feelings while they're in the process, but you've already turned yours off so that you could do what you'd have to do. You are pragmatic, and you are compartmentalizing, Taurus, because that is what you do. You say, okay, I have no time for my feelings. I will put them in a box over here, and I'll pack them in the car. Whoop. Okay, my feelings are in the car. I got to get busy doing my thing. Really cool stuff. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody wants to do that. Sometimes it just does. So, serenity is the goal. I'm not sure how easy it's going to be. All right. So let's look at your mystery card. See if we get some support there. the Sun. Huzzah. The Sun is a beautiful card. It's all about starting to do something that's new to you and not having to have all the answers. So you may find yourself wanting to ask some questions as you approach this situation here. This Queen of Swords who wanted to be in charge of some things. Cool. I get that you want to be in charge of some things, but they asked me to handle it and be the boss of it. But I am going to ask a couple of questions. How would you do this? And how would you do that? What would you do about that? That way this person isn't necessarily the responsible party, and they may actually have prior experience. So you can just ask them a few questions. What do you do about vehicles? What do you do about this? What do you do about that? How do you handle this? And how do you handle that? Now you make a list of all the answers, does it? And now you can walk away with all of your information and go do the things you need to do without having it be a big deal, all right? Because it's important that if you can ask your questions, you'll get the answers you need and be able to move forward, okay? I love that. Beautiful. You need a pocket full of rocks. I hope these rocks will be supportive. All right. Ooh, we have amethyst, we have yellow calcite, and we have rose quartz. All right. Yellow calcite is here. It is a third chakra stone. Third chakra is where we store feelings, emotions, and memories. So all of those things are very much so about what's going on here. And yes, you're blowing away all the Yahoo bullshit on top of that that's making it hard to deal with the individual feelings and emotions and stuff. So we're cleaning it up, we're clearing it out, and bringing the feelings and emotions to the light of day. They will not die, they will not disappear, they will just be processed, right? So we're processing some feelings, but we're definitely clearing away all the stuff that's in the way. So you may find that other people have a lot of stuff built up over the top of their feelings and emotions, and you're going to notice it, and it's going to be in the way of them getting busy with what they got to do. So you're going to have to sort of either help them compartmentalize or help them process. And there's nothing wrong with doing that, okay? So be cautious and careful as you move forward here. This is an emotional world we're living in over here, okay? This is all kinds of emotional stuff. Rose quartz, beautiful, beautiful. It's a hard stone. It's on your fourth chakra. It is all about self-love, self-care, self-preservation. And it's also just really beautiful, lovey-dovey, warm clarity, heart clarity. It helps you see things clearly from your heart. See who the people are in the place where you're doing your thing and what they're doing and how they're expressing their potential grief / feelings and being proactive at the same time. Everybody's going to be a little bit different. So some people are going to drink through it. Some people are going to eat through it. Some people are going to yell at each other through it. Some people are just going to be all over the place. So look at them from your heart, okay? Look at them through your heart, not through your eyes. It's too much, and it won't work. So, and amethyst is back. Amethyst is here, 6th chakra stone, and it's here to help you see messages from your better angels and guides for your third eye, and it's going to be messages of how do I do this? You sit down and meditate with your amethyst on your third eye and ask your better angels, how do I handle this situation? And they will show you. They will show you exactly how to handle each situation, okay? Better solutions will come to you, all right? So don't be alarmed. You'll be surprised at how some people are better at certain things, and there'll be unexpected people doing certain things, and you'll be like, wow, I didn't know they could do that. And it'll be kind of remarkable, all right? So you're going to have a better experience than you thought, but be open to the possibilities, all right? Taurus, well, what a way to finish this month, okay? Lots of stuff is going on. You got it worked out. You're working through it. I think you're going to have another time and another place. Maybe next month you'll have an opportunity to really integrate the information and integrate the feelings and expose them and then release them so that you can be healthy and happy. All right. I can see how this has been a really tough month. You've certainly gone through it, but you're persevering, and I think you're going to be able to get back to your regular job soon, so that's good news. But you've definitely put up, I say put up in so far as people say put up or shut up. Yeah, you've put up. Good for you. And you are definitely doing the do, while other people are like ta ta da 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 da, and you're doing it. You're just doing it. So good for you. I appreciate that. I know how hard it can be sometimes to be that person, and how other people respond weird to the situations, and it's not fair to end up labeled in a way that's not true, and certainly doesn't represent anything true. It simply means that you're better capable of compartmentalizing than they are. Okay, so these rocks are here for you if you need them, and if you want to carry them, cool, comment below. If you want to carry something else, that's cool too, comment below. Let me know how they work for you, and if you want to carry something else, we'll have a conversation. If at any time this week, this month, whatever, you want to have a chat with me and you want to just communicate what's going on and like just dump on me, that's okay too. Just pour it all out. I'll read it and I'll respond, okay? This is way too heavy a week for you or month for you for me not to be there for you. So if I can point it out, I should certainly at least be there to support, all right? And I'm here for that. So, all right, breathe with me. Okay, cool. So now then, if you haven't checked the description box, of course, there's lots of my whole schedule and where I'll be doing Renaissance fairs is there. Come on out to the Ren Fair if you can. It's a nice place to let your hair down and relax, have a beverage, etc. And, you know, if you can't make it to the fair but you still need a reading, by all means, there's ways to book private readings over the phone, and I will happily do that for you during the week or in the evening and like that. So I'm here for you in as many ways as I can be, all right? And finally, of course, if you want to check it out, I have all the decks listed for you, so you can go on Etsy or Amazon and get them there. Super fun, all right? Thank you for being here, Taurus. I know it's hard to keep showing up here when you seem to be getting less than perfect news all the way through. But I'm not here to, like, blow smoke. This is what I'm getting, and I'm not happy when it's not great and wonderful and woohoo all the time, but I'm here to support you all the way, okay? I want you to see this in advance so that you have a better idea what's coming. That's why I do what I do. That's what I'm doing now, and I'm posting it so you can respond more appropriately. All right? You have a better idea what's going on. All right? Cool. Well, if I can be of any service in any other way, let me know. Comment below. All right? And we will talk next week all about November. Ooh, I know. This year has flown by. All right? Thank you so much for being here, and we will talk to you then.